do you say, oh, if I say I'm going to reduce my consumption of eggs and dairy, what does that look like? As you said, being a mathematician, I kind of want a number, right? Where you can quantify that having this much eggs and dairy is harmful, but if you have this much, it could be done in an ethical, non-harm way. So in doing that, I basically imagine a dairy farm where everything is completely harm-free. So one of the things the dairy industry does, if they have a male calf that can't grow up into a cow that's going to give milk, that is sent for slaughter. So I say, right, well, let's have a farm where we don't slaughter the male calves. The other thing is, and I say this in the book as well, it's sort of, you almost don't realize it, but I never really realized that actually for a cow to give milk, it has to have a baby. Yeah. Kind of the same way with humans, right?
Yeah.
Women will only give milk when the baby is born, and then they'll drink it for a year or two. To be honest, with our younger one, it was nearly 4 years, and then they stop giving milk. So what the industry does is it has to keep getting these cows pregnant, and again, from their point of view, like the machinery way of thinking of it is, it's just every year get them pregnant, have another cow, and get the milk out of it. So I say, well, let's not do that, right? Let's consider doing it in a way where we don't have to, because obviously doing that creates lots of extra cows, lots of extra animals. So what you end up with is, you can imagine about 25 cows. If you have about 25 cows, all about 10 months apart, when the next one is born, the oldest one will just about be old enough to naturally die of old age. But now what you've got are these 25 animals that you're looking after, and only one cow that's giving you milk. And if you do it like that, and you don't, you don't kill any of the animals artificially. You only have one that's giving you milk. That one, obviously, when it's going to give milk, it's just had a baby. You let the baby drink its milk first, and we sort of take the excess. Again, a lot of the dairy industry is just like, right, you've had your baby now, let's get rid of the baby and take all of the milk. And when I run through all the numbers, you get almost 90 times less milk, which, sort of putting it the other way around, if you were to have a dairy that worked this way and was completely harm-free, milk would probably cost, in terms of order of magnitude, tens of times more than it does right now. So, a 4 pint of milk is what, it's like £1.50 or something, or roughly. So it'd be like £100 to buy a bottle of milk. So that's what made me sort of think, oh, I should. Why don't I consider milk to cost this much? Which is why I sort of said, well, pouring it on cereal or putting it in tea or pouring it in coffee or whatever, I'm happy to just use oat milk. It's fine. And then I do a similar thing with the eggs. And the interesting thing with the eggs is actually chickens lay eggs regularly anyway, right? For a good chunk of their lives. And that makes a big difference in this calculation. And actually, to have completely slaughter-free eggs, they would end up costing about 6 or 7 times more. So, in a sense, to like bring it down to the levels we're paying right now, eggs don't actually, obviously there is, they slaughter the male chicks, and once a hen is kind of, I think that's only 2 or 3 years old, they'll get rid of them and get new ones. But if you didn't do that, and you suddenly went harm-free, eggs would only cost, 6 or 7 times more. So to buy eggs at the prices we're buying them at right now, if you like the level of harm, it's kind of a factor of 6. Whereas the milk, the price we buy milk at nowadays, the level of harm is like a factor of 90. Which is why I sort of then turned around and I thought, this is strange. As you said, a lot of people in being vegetarian will say, oh, but I don't eat egg. A lot of people just consider eggs non-vegetarian. But no animal has to necessarily die for you to get an egg. Whereas milk, again, no animal necessarily has to die, but to get milk at the prices we get it, they are killing, killing cows and bulls. And it's, as I said, it's that factor of 90 that makes it feel like eggs are actually less harmful to the animals than milk is.